Yo, people, we're back again with another video on Eagle Talks Football with my boy Gunnar Souls. Gunnar Souls, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Chilling, man. Let's get this show started. We got a great panel show today. The question is, do you believe Arsenal will do any business this January transfer window? Karim Benzema's linked to Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's linked away to Barcelona. And who's Braithwaite from Everton? Never heard of him. Did you hear about him?
Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe you don't know who he is.
Let's get this show started. Yes, people. What's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video, and big up everyone who's joined from Dan Potts' channel. Of course, if you guys don't already know, the channel is sponsored by SofaScore, and the link to, of course, to support the channel, and of course, download the free app for SofaScore is in the description. Of course, it's your one place for everything football. It has statistics, has player ratings, it has live scores, everything you need: NFL, NBA, MMA, of course, Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, anything that you need, you can find on SofaScore. So if you guys want to do me a favor, go download SofaScore with the channel link in the description and in the chat right now. But first things first, do you believe Arsenal will sign anybody in January? That is the question we'll be asking the panel, and that is the question I'm going to be putting in the poll. Do you think a lot of people will be saying yes or no? Because I think this window is going to be a quiet one, in my opinion, bro. What are you saying, bro?
Bro, have you seen these allegations coming out? I think no one's signing anyone. I don't think anyone's doing business.
Bro, Everton and Nottingham Forest got done with FFP. Everton got done twice, bro. I think everyone's scared of the Premier League right now. Premier League looks like they're trying to make a statement. It looks like they're trying to.
Everyone just like, forget it. We don't want to sign anyone. Forget this.
Bro, before the panel come out, we're going to be talking about three major transfers. We're going to be talking about the Mikel Arteta to Barcelona. Bro, what's going on with Barcelona? Why do they want to get rid of Xavi? Like,
bro, he's been terrible.
How bad?
Like, it's bad. Like, they're not really putting runs together. There's no longer like any sort of cohesion. The style of play doesn't seem enticing. There's just nothing right at that club at the moment. And I mean, it's not all his fault. I mean, they've got a lot of financial situations going on, but they've invested enough to be doing a lot better than they are right now. When you think about the El Clasico, for example, that happened over the weekend in the Super Cup, to be losing 4-1 to your rivals and being absolutely demolished. It's not a case of, you know what, it was a competitive game. Now they got demolished. And it's concerning at the moment because he can't get anyone firing. Lewandowski looks like a shadow of himself. Ansu Fati being loaned out. Lamine Yamal, in and out of the team. Ferran Torres not looking like himself at the minute. De Jong looks a shadow of himself from even from 2 seasons ago. So right now it's just turmoil. No one looks right. And when you think about the La Liga as well, that's slipping away. Champions League, they just about qualified. That wasn't an easy thing for them either. So I can understand why they're looking at someone who's going to embody what has been the Barcelona way. And Mikel Arteta, as much as we hate it, he's a prodigy of Pep Guardiola. If it wasn't going to be him, it might have been someone like Ten Hag until he moved to United. So I can see why, because think about the trajectory that sort of Arsenal have taken from a self-sustainable club. It's the model that Barcelona want to follow, someone who has embodied like youth, who's embodied the sort of not needing to spend massive to be able to produce results, and someone who's taken a club from turmoil, from a toxic environment to something that people are proud of, people are, sort of behind, and they're happy, they're unified. And that's what Barcelona need right now. So I don't think it'll personally ever happen. I don't think Arteta's leaving Arsenal anytime soon. I see him staying for at least another 3 to 4 seasons, as long as things go the way they are. So I don't think Arsenal fans need to worry. But look, Barcelona are going to try and go for these managers because they need that right now.
Yeah, and bro, you know how it is. You see Mourinho get sacked from Roma, people immediately start saying Mourinho to the Premier League. I even see some Arsenal fans saying Mourinho to Arsenal. Never gonna happen.
No.
Let's not even go there. But right now, I'm just waiting for the rest of the panel. Big up, Matt. Matt, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm doing good. I'm just watching West Ham get absolutely they're getting beat. They're down to 10 men. It's brilliant.
What are West Ham playing in the League Cup?
They're playing Bristol City in the FA Cup, and they're away.
Oh shit! I forgot the FA Cup was going on right now.
Yes.
After we got knocked out.
Still going on.
Okay. Big up to you. We got some people in the chat. Smoke saying prepare for next best bet. Nah, come on. That I don't think the season's done. I think to write us off is too early to write us off. Don't you agree, Matt?
How are people writing us off? Like if we win the game against Crystal Palace, we'd be about 3-4 points off of the top. Yeah,
Two.
granted, Liverpool do have a game in hand, but like the season's nowhere near done. We've got Partey coming back, we've got Timber coming back, who I'm so excited to see Timber kick a ball for Arsenal. I've never been more excited in my life than a new football player that has entered the club to kick a football, because that ACL injury hit him so hard and it hit the fans so hard that I just can't wait for him to be back.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so much random news, but this transfer window has been so dead, guys. Do you guys believe we're gonna do anything? Like keep it at 100?
Well, the only player I see us do sign in is Branthwaite, but in order for any deal to even happen, we need to sell either Reece Nelson or Eddie Nketiah, because they're two academy players that will just make a lot of profit.
Thank you. Sorry, man. I do. You guys
and we would probably get Branthwaite.
Is there music playing in the background? Could you make sure you mute that?
Yeah. 1 second. There we go.
All right, no worries. Let him get set up, and then we'll get it going. But yeah, continue. What were you saying?
Yeah. So the most viable option would probably be Branthwaite, but we would look to get him on a loan to buy. Well, with an obligation to buy, as Everton are in financial trouble, quite deep. But for any deal to even happen, we need either Reece Nelson or Eddie Nketiah to be sold this window, because they're two academy players and they bring pure profit. That is very different to just selling a normal player. Like, you have an academy player and it will get you 3 to 4 times more as you can spend than just selling, I don't know, I can't think of the top of my head, like Ben White, for example. You get a lot more from selling academy players.
Boom.
Which is why Chelsea can spend so much, is because they've sold a lot of academy players as well.
Let's get straight into this. Braithwaite. Apparently, Sol's a big fan. If for anyone who doesn't know, Arsenal are tracking Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite and the situation at Everton. The Toffees could sell the center back as he is one of their most sellable assets. This is off the back of their financial situation. Alex Crook from Talksport reported this, and I just want to know what you guys think. Gunnar Souls, what are you saying? You know a little bit about this player. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal talent, to put it straight. I mean, in terms of what we're looking at in our defensive line, someone who's firstly reliable in terms of just being a defensive unit, and also someone who can play in the wider positions in terms of left back and right back, and also cover the centre. He kind of fits the mold of profile of defenders we're looking to go and get.
He's
like an English Timber, if you like.
Yeah. In some aspects,
he's so versatile, and he can play with 2 feet. It's incredible.
Why are people saying he cost a lot of money?
No. So
because so if Everton weren't in financial trouble, he'd probably cost, and I'm not even joking, he would probably cost around £70 million, because he's homegrown, he's very young, he's got bags of potential, he's very versatile, and he's 2-footed.
But
There's
also on top of that, you've
5
got to
or
look at
6
the
of them.
clubs around Europe who are eyeing him up as well.
Yeah.
Real Madrid have been
Yeah,
heavily
that as well.
interested in and monitoring his progress, and also have inquired about him from Everton. The likes of Barcelona, Bayern Munich, like when you look at these sort of top European clubs, have all made inquiries. So that naturally is just going to push the price up. Whether even if you think he's a £30 million player, just those clubs coming in is going to add another 10, 20, 30 million. And then you add the fact that when you look at it from a Premier League club to a Premier League club, he's homegrown, that's going to add value to at least a Premier League club anyway. If he's going over to Europe, you can probably get him for about 50 to 70 million. But the fact that it's going to be another Premier League club coming in, there's going to be a lot of sort of leverage that Everton are going to hold. That the only problem that Everton have in terms of not being able to bargain anything is that they are in need of money. That's what a lot of clubs know. So they can technically just walk away and fold their hands and see if Everton fold.
Belgium.
Everton probably value him at about just
Belgium,
under
you're
50
off mute.
million.
You're off mute now. Let's just get Belgium involved because he hasn't said a word yet. Belgium, what you saying, man? And also, we have 100 people in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. And of course, if you guys want to go download SofaScore, the SofaScore app, it's your one app that you need for everything sports, and it has everything you need there. So check it out. The link is in the chat. But go ahead. So Belgium, what are you saying?
Good evening, people. Good evening, folks. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good evening, folks, and thank you for inviting me, Iga. I really appreciate that. Listen, you know what? I'm hearing so many stuff, and sometimes I'm sometimes get a bit confused about some of the views because right now, did I hear that this player from Everton, literally, if Arsenal want to go for him, or the rumors, is going to cost 70 million? Is that what the conversation?
No,
Is that
so
what I heard? The
I
figure?
said that if they weren't in any financial trouble, but that they are, he would probably cost maybe around £40 million.
Okay, right. But this is so kind of bizarre because literally everyone's looking at Nketiah in that team and say, because anytime I had a conversation, in fact, this morning again on AFTV space, I had to have kind of few exchange with, I mean, in terms of conversation though, about
Yeah, I
Nketiah's
was debating with
situation.
you, I think.
Yeah. Well, listen, oh yeah. And the thing is that, I mean, Nketiah, we didn't pay anything for him, right? And it's from the academy. So if you want to sell a player, it's not Nketiah that you'll be selling. It's someone that we've already bought, and that person, we know that we can get better value on that person. Those are the players like Gabriel Jesus. You know, people might not like it, but listen, if you want to sell a player, because then if you put Nketiah came in, as, on free. So if you put him on the market, you're not going to be fetching that 40 or 50 mil that people are hoping to get on him. You're not going to get that, right? But Gabriel Jesus, at least he can go for 40 or 50, right? So, and that's how
But it doesn't enable you to spend 40 to 50 million pounds. Nketiah, even at 20 to 30 million pounds, is more of a sellable asset than Jesus is at 50 million.
No, but
Yeah.
but the thing is that Nketiah, you can't sell Nketiah because obviously, according to people, they just feel like, oh, Nketiah he hasn't kind of reached the benchmark, or he hasn't. I mean, in terms of the metrics that people are leveling up, and I'm there thinking, if you're trying to look at the metrics this season, it's got 5 goals.
So would you sell Eddie Nketiah?
Nope, I'll not sell
No.
him. I'd rather have people adding. I'd rather add a player.
Would you sell Gabriel Jesus?
Yeah, possibility, yeah. Or possibly.
So you would sell Jesus, but not sell Nketiah?
No, because in terms of the value, in terms of the market, if you want to sell Nketiah, how much are you going to sell him for?
I'd sell both of them. I'd sell Nketiah for
oh yeah, I mean, if you,
million,
but
sell
guess what?
Jesus for 45.
I wouldn't sell Jesus. I would sell Eddie Nketiah because I don't think Eddie Nketiah at Arsenal will ever get the run of games that he needs to be that out and out starter. And the way that we play, we need a killer up top. And Eddie Nketiah.
No, but Iga, wait, that's where you've gone wrong. So, do you expect Jesus to be a second choice striker, to be sitting on the bench? Hey, do you expect Gabriel Jesus, to be coming on 8 minutes to the end of the game? Do you think that Jesus will cope?
How did this conversation turn into this?
I don't know.
No. I'm asking you. That's the thing. Would Jesus like?
Okay,
Ivan
so
Toney
are you
be the number
asking
one
me?
striker?
Are you asking me who would you rather have playing up top, Eddie Nketiah or Gabriel Jesus? Because I would rather have Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
No,
same.
but the thing is that we signed Gabriel Jesus as our number one first choice striker, right? But the thing is that if we go for Ivan Toney or Osimhen coming to Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus will become what? He will be relegated to the second choice of striker.
No. Gabriel Jesus will be our starting winger.
Yeah.
Where? How?
Well,
So what about Saka?
No, I wouldn't
So who
say
will
that.
he
I
be
would say
ahead
he'd
of
be
him?
our rotational.
Okay, maybe he
player
won't
with
be
Bukayo
starting.
Saka.
Listen, maybe Gabriel Jesus won't be starting, but he'll play on the wing. He can play up top, and he can play on
Yeah.
the.
No, but ahead of
Yeah, he'll
who?
become a very
So
important.
then he'll be coming up the bench. He'll be on the bench. And is that the conversation Arteta will be having with Gabriel Jesus? So for me, again, if you want to, the best option for me will be to keep Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah and add firepower onto it. Ivan Toney or Osimhen. I want to have all three of them.
This is my plan. My plan is to sell Eddie Nketiah, buy another striker, buy a striker like Ivan Toney or somebody else, and then also get another player on top of that who can play
from where
striker and wing.
No, but in that case, then
would you sell Fabio Vieira?
I would buy two. If we get rid of Eddie Nketiah, I would buy two forwards because we need two forwards. That's my take. We need two forwards that can play striker, and Jesus can be on the wing, and one of those forwards that can play striker if they're versatile enough to also play on the wing. But one of the strikers we sign has to be somebody on the level of an Ivan Toney or Alexander Isak, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
So Belgium, would you sell Fabio Vieira?
Yes. I mean,
why?
Why
would you sell Fabio
if there's
Vieira?
a need, well, simple because can't have it in that situation, can play in his position according to the coach. Because if not, we ended up having too many people in the middle of the park, and there's no
so how
point.
much do you think we would be able to get for Fabio Vieira?
Well, it depends. How much do we pay? We only pay for the 35.
We paid 35 million for him, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, if we get 40 or 50, just in case, though, I'm not, just like
we're not getting anywhere above
option.
40. I'm telling you that. We're
just
not
a possible option.
1 second.
But
if
let
we
me just
sell
jump
Eddie
on
Nketiah,
Let me just jump on Iga stuff. Iga, Nketiah, first of all, the coach said he's not going. The club said he's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
right?
he's not.
Now, for business sake, if you want to do business, it's not how much you want. Even when you put him on the market, it could be going for. And on top of that, when you buying a striker, what's the point in selling a player came in through the academy? Yeah, you sold him. Then you now ended up spending more money to buying 2 more or 3 more strikers. What's the point? You must as well just keep him and add what you have.
Buy is better than the player you sold. It doesn't matter how much it costs you.
No,
Eddie Nketiah doesn't give you the league title, but Osimhen gives you the league title.
No, but Osimhen is our first choice striker. Eddie was never. That's what I'm saying. Eddie is a second choice striker.
But that's irrelevant.
No,
it
it's
doesn't
not.
matter who, but the second. You still need to raise funds. You can't just pluck out money from the air.
Can't sell. You can't realize, right? If we do buy a striker, Eddie Nketiah is gone.
In terms of business, it doesn't make any sense for a football club.
It does to sell
doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'll tell you why.
I'd rather say Gabriel Jesus.
Even if we sell Eddie Nketiah at £20 million, it's more valuable of a sale to Arsenal Football Club than Jesus at 45 million.
No, Jesus.
It
how
is.
many goes?
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because that 20 million enables you to spend 80 million. According to the FFP rulings, an academy homegrown talent, 100% profit enables you to spend 3 to 4 times what you sold them for.
If you sell Jesus for 50 mil, then what happened?
You have to calculate the profit and loss. You have to calculate profit and loss.
50 mil on Gabriel.
So if we sell them for 50 million, the only profit we made was 5. So it only enabled you to spend a little bit more.
And that was on add-ons, was it not?
Yeah. And again, too, what you have to understand is Gabriel Jesus. Look, he's 27 or 28 now, right? So yeah, you kind of good option if you need to kind of sell him. You sell him and keep because Eddie is a second choice striker. That's one. Secondly, no matter how it's Eddie is 24, going to 25. He's 26. So you want to keep those kind of options for the club. I don't understand. It seems like this is just like a
Keep him
normal
for what? He's not good enough.
Of
If
course,
a
he's
player's-
good enough.
No,
In
he's
what
not.
sense? What's the metrics? Okay, what based on what
Right.
metrics?
Would he
this
play
season?
for Man City? Would he play for Liverpool? Would he play for Tottenham?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The question,
He wouldn't.
the question is,
Do you want me to answer your
one
question?
second.
Wait.
The
Let me.
question, let me rephrase it for Belgium. Belgium,
Mhm.
is Eddie Nketiah ever going to be good enough to be leading Arsenal's line or helping us to a league title?
Yep.
No, I can't. No,
Yes.
no.
Really, he had his
I'm
opportunity
not
in
Okay.
that
allowed.
season.
Let me. No, he never. Listen. Even this season that he was given the chance to do that, he came on. So far, when you look at the metrics, how many goals has he scored? So basically, even our first choice choice striker, he only scored 2 goals. Our second
He's had
choice.
injuries this month,
That
though.
with
this
Jesus
season.
Christ, for the love of Charlie Browns, yes. Oh, he did have the injury. Eddie hasn't been off. Eddie never had an injury. Eddie comes on 10 minutes to 8 minutes to.
He
But
never
people
has an
still
injury
expect
because
it.
he never plays.
What do you mean? Of course. What do you mean he never had an injury? Of course he did.
Oh, so then,
Well,
okay, so
are
Jesus,
you?
Jesus had a long-term injury last season and we still didn't win the league.
Oh,
So he's clearly not good enough.
Oh yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
thing is
that's
that
why I would get rid of both strikers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if that's your own option, but I think that would be wrong for the club.
No,
You cannot just
firstly, get rid of Nketiah. That's a guaranteed.
No, but
Jesus, we can have another conversation.
no.
I
I
will
think it doesn't make
100%,
any sense.
without a question in my mind,
Bro,
first
Belgium,
get
right?
Nketiah sold.
I have the
But
one
that's where you're
one
wrong. And the
positive
club
this
and
season
clubs
about Nketiah, right? And
Mhm.
that was when in the Sheffield game he scored a hat trick. That last goal he scored to complete his hat trick was amazing, absolute brilliant.
Yeah,
From
forget
that
about
point,
those
I
ones.
thought
but
he was going to get better and better and better and better.
Of course, he's
But
getting
no, he
better and
returned back
better.
to himself.
Let me change it. Let me change it, and let me try to bring the next topic up. The next topic was: would you take Karim Benzema at Arsenal? Because apparently we are linked to Karim Benzema, or there are links to Karim Benzema potentially leaving Saudi. And if there is a possibility for Arsenal to potentially bring him in the January window, would you take Karim Benzema at Arsenal right now?
No.
Oh yeah, why not? A fantastic player. Yes.
Because you don't know
fantastic
if
player.
he's going to be Prem proven or not.
Oh, listen, come on.
You're
man.
talking about one of the greatest strikers.
one of the
history of football.
little striker.
But he can't do it in Saudi though. He's not
He
doing it in
doesn't want to
Saudi.
play in
He's not doing
Saudi. He
Do you
doesn't
know
want to
the
play.
do you know the
He's not scoring
situation?
in
Once
Saudi.
again, one at a
No.
time, guys. One at a time. Let Matt make his case, and people in
Okay.
the chat, let me know. Would you take Karim Benzema at Arsenal? Matt, go ahead.
If he didn't have this Saudi blip, probably I would take him, yes. But going to Saudi, which is arguably one of the most easiest leagues in the world because everyone just cares about the money, like if you're not scoring consistently, then I don't see him being good enough for the Premier League, like at this current time. Because you're forgetting he's what, like 36, 37? He's
Would
getting
you take
very old.
Lewandowski? Would you take Lewandowski?
No.
What are we
Well,
doing here, bro?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Can I just say something? I mean, that's. I respect your view, but when it comes to Karim Benzema, yeah, the thing is that the Saudi league, the conditions, because these are the guys that've been playing in here in Europe for many years, yeah. So you move into a place where the climate, in fact, to even train, they do struggle. Some of them. Do you know that some of them have to train in the evening? Some of them have to even stay in their own houses because it's too hot, and they're not used to that. I'm watching AFCON, and some of our players, they're struggling, right? Talk less of in Saudi. So those are the things that the players are going through at the moment. Everyone, last time I saw it, somebody was talking about Sekou Fofana, for Ivory Coast. When he moved to Saudi, it hasn't been okay for him. But we saw him what he did last week against Guinea-Bissau, and everyone, I saw it in all the papers talking about Sekou Fofana. So having Benzema at Arsenal for 6 months, I'll take him because at the end of the day, he's bringing his winning mentality. That's what he's bringing. He's won so many. Well, This guy wants everything. He's bringing that to the team. And the youngsters, somebody like AD, Saka, Martinelli, they can even learn from him, right? They'll learn from him, yeah? Know how to do things, yeah? How to score when it comes to, on the final third, being ruthless, they'll learn how to do that, how to move, because remember, they've got good attacking movement, right? And they can read the game, but decision making, someone needs to be telling them. And we saw what he did with Vinicius. Today, now Vinicius and Real Madrid, what is he now? Top striker. So welcome that.
Let me agree with you, Belgium. I would take him. I personally would take Karim Benzema just because of his experience alone in the Champions League, in the league, winning major league titles, winning trophies, and plus his ability to finish in the final third. He doesn't lose that overnight. Even if he doesn't have the joy to play in Saudi, he's still scoring 9 goals and got like 4 assists. That's outperforming all of our players in our team right now. Simply, but yeah, that's just me. Souls, what are you saying?
I mean, look, you're talking about a 6-month loan with one of the greatest strikers the world has seen, right? You've got to understand, not only is he a good build-up player, someone who can be a target man, holds up the ball. When you look at his link-up with, like, when Ronaldo was there, he became like a secondary striker, more of a provider than he was the striker in the Soul system. And then when Ronaldo did leave, who took the reins? It was him. So when you look at it, he can do both roles. And yes, it is a risk. Yes, the age factor, the fact that he did go to Saudi Arabia can play a role in whether he's determined to want to win or not. But this guy, look, there's certain types of people who just want to win the elite competition. The minute he comes to the Premier League, his mentality is, look, we can win it. Right? Arsenal have the opportunity. We're not a million miles away from winning the league. Yes, we're a few points behind. Yes, we need to kick into gear. But he's the kind of player who can come into this locker room, a 3-time champion. He won the 3-time Champions League in a row. He was part of that squad. La Liga wins. He's been in and around some of the greatest players we have got to witness in our generation, let alone the history of football. Some of the best to do it. Ronaldo, for example, when you look at it, Modric there as well. Cruz, not up there, but one of, an outstanding midfielder. So you're talking about a wealth of experience. He can bring Casillas as well, for example, Ramos, for example. He's been around great leaders as well, great managers, some of the greatest of our generation. Then wealth he can bring, not only just for the team, let alone what he can do for the young team, what he can do for Arteta as well. Because there are going to be things in that dressing room, the same as Zinchenko, the same as Gabriel Jesus have brought over from Man City, that Arteta can learn from as well. And that's going to be experience you can't buy. This isn't something you can just go and go, you know what, it's obtainable. The fact that he's ready and he's available means go for it. What's the risk? Let's look at the risk. Let's look pros and cons. You're talking about a guy who guarantees double-figure goals. Regardless, he used to score like 30 goals a season in all competition. Half that because we're in half the season. He's going to bring you 15 to 20 goals. What was our expectation of Ivan Toney coming in? That he'll bring us 10 to 15 goals. Benzema probably guarantees you that. Plus, he'll get the assist. Plus, he can do the playmaking role. Plus, Champions League experience, which we heavily lack in our team. So I just think it's a no-brainer. 6 months. If he doesn't work out, you send him back. There's nothing lost for Arsenal.
No, facts. Listen, boys, I just want to apologise. My for some reason my computer's not working. I've had to join on my phone. Apologies for the lateness.
No worries, Dylan. Quick question: Benzema to Arsenal, would you take it?
Oh well, you asked me if I'd take Karim Benzema. What the Arsenal? Karim Benzema? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I'd have him in a heartbeat. Yeah, if on a 6-month loan, yeah, I think if we end up with him on a full-time, longer contract for a few years, I think it's very typical Arsenal. I think he's a player who's obviously past his best days, but obviously he's still got quite a lot to offer. So I think, yeah, I'd 100% take him in this team, especially like you said with Champions League experience. Obviously we've got Porto coming. We're going to have, if we get past Porto, you know how it is, we'll get Bayern, we'll get one of the Real Madrids, we'll get someone. So yeah, 100% I'm taking Benzema in his team on at least a 6-month loan. But I'm not so sure about a full long-term contract. The guy is 36. 6 months, 100%, any day of the week.
We don't even have a guy over the age of 31 or 30 in our team, I swear. So,
I think Jorginho's 31.
Partey?
oh,
No,
Partey's 31. It's the new circumstances, man.
Anyway.
Partey's 30.
Yeah. You know what? We got to move on to the next topic. The next topic is a very interesting one because guess who wants Mikel Arteta, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh,
Barcelona want Mikel Arteta. They're looking at him as the potential successor to Xavi. As you can see here, Barcelona really like Mikel Arteta. Arteta as a possible replacement for Xavi if things go wrong. First thing, to our resident Barcelona guy in Souls, why do they want Xavi, bro? Why?
Bro, either way, this is my manager. Either way, I win.
No. Hang on, Iga. What did he say? They don't want. They were trying to get rid of.
Why don't they
Xavi.
want Xavi? And do you think this could actually happen, guys? Genuinely, let me know
Bro,
what you guys think.
In my
Do I
personal
think it could
opinion, it doesn't happen, right? And I'll tell you why. Just because I don't think Arsenal are going to get rid of Arteta, and I think Arteta's too invested in the Arsenal project. Now, if you talk about this in maybe 2 to 3 more seasons, yeah, I can see this being a highly possibility that this is his next step in his career. The reason why Barcelona are looking to sign someone like Mikel Arteta, it doesn't necessarily have to be him, but someone of his sort of model or his way of building things. You've got to think Arsenal fan base, and not the Arsenal fan, the Barcelona fan base and the Barcelona hierarchy are quite toxic at the moment. There's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of anxiety with where the club's going, what direction the club's taking. If you look at the way Arteta joined Arsenal, it was similar. It was toxic. No one knew the direction of the club. No one really knew what the board or the ownership wanted to do. And he brought the entire unity together. And the fan base and the club, regardless of what people want to say, the one thing he has done is unified both. He's had the board and the ownership speaking to the fans, etc. When you look at Barcelona's current situation, they're sat 4th, 9 points behind Girona. They're looking like they're not going to win nothing this season. Just got absolutely demolished by their rivals in the Supercopa, 4-1, embarrassing result. First time they took it abroad as well. And that's why they want a project manager, someone who can rip that team apart and actually rebuild things.
Right, can I point something out? You've just said they're 4th. They're how many points off the top of the league? And they
9
want
points.
out. We are 4th. How many points off of the league? And they actually won the league last year. Barcelona won the league, and they want their manager out.
It's a different situation, though. It's completely different.
It's not. We're obviously talking about Mikel Arteta. It's not because they brought in Xavi.
They're on a downward spiral. We're not downwards at the minute.
But they brought. Yeah, but you say they're on a downward spiral. They just won the league. They brought in Xavi to rebuild this thing. They brought in Rafinha. They brought through the likes of Balde and left back. They brought through the likes of Araujo. But this Barcelona team of the last 3 years has been a whole look new team, the same way it has been with Arsenal. Xavi won a league last year and they want him out, yeah? He's also sat 4th in the table right now. We're now talking about Arteta, who's won nothing in 4 years and is 4th in the table. But we're putting Arteta on this pedestal compared to Xavi, like they're not.
So would you happily let him leave to Barcelona?
I wouldn't happily let him leave at this current moment in time, but I'm saying let's not act as if Mikel Arteta is some Europe's elite, the perfect project manager. He's far from it. Like Xavi's come in, started a project with Barcelona.
But you've got to look at the situation. Barcelona were winning the league before he came in anyway.
No. They haven't won it for some time. No. Let's not do this. Let's not. I like as an Arsenal fan, I like Arteta. I want him to do it. But right now, Xavi won La Liga last season. Arteta hasn't done that yet.
I'm not trying to criticize Arteta. I'm just stating the fact.
No. I'm saying that
Xavi's doing a project. He's won the league and he's 4th, and they want him out.
Yeah, but
we're sat here 4th with no league in like 20 years, and we don't want
to. He's not doing something that the last manager couldn't do.
The reality is we can't compare ourselves to Barcelona because Barcelona could sack their manager as many times as they want. They have a bedrock. They have a bedrock of a team that's been successful. No matter what you do, take Messi out of the side. It only took them how many years to win again? That league is not that competitive. There's only a couple teams that are actually competitive.
It is.
They're competing with Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid,
Madrid,
as well.
No, La Liga has
always been the same way. It's Manchester City.
La Liga is better than the Premier League.
No. Truthfully,
it's debatable.
This is how La Liga is. It's Barcelona's league to lose. The same way as Manchester City.
La Liga is levels above the Premier League. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's debatable.
I agree, by the way. But what I'm saying is the same way.
Monopoly at the top. There's only a couple teams that win. Similar to
La Liga overall is
the same as in the Premier League. The same as in the Premier League.
The same way we say Manchester City is Manchester City's league to lose, it's the same every season with Barcelona. It's Barcelona's to lose.
No.
It always
Real
is.
Madrid.
It's,
No,
they're always
Real Madrid.
no, it is.
Real Madrid
They're-
over there.
All right, even if
Real
no.
Madrid.
Look at the last
Barca-
20,
listen, Real Madrid.
last 20 years, no other Spanish club combined, you can put them all together,
No,
have
Real
won more La
Madrid.
Ligas and Barcelona alone. They've dominated it for 20 years. They have completely wiped La Liga. La Liga.
No,
every
if you're
single
looking
year
at the
is there.
last, we're talking about the last 20 years. It's got
Last 5 years, go
the
for it.
last, the
Last 10
5
years,
years.
last 3
Yeah,
years.
the last 5
Combined,
years.
they've
No,
always
it's
won more.
been Real
They've won
Madrid.
more
Man.
than
It's
any
been
other
Real
La Liga
Madrid.
club.
It's been Real Madrid. It's been Real
No.
Madrid.
No.
And you got
Not the league.
to
Not the
correct
league.
you.
Either way, they won the league last season and they want their manager out. But we're here putting Mikel Arteta on pedestals for winning
Yes,
nothing
that
in
would
4
be it.
years and getting us
Yes,
fourth
I know.
place, which is where Barcelona are, while they want their manager out.
Because Barcelona
Yeah.
can get any coach they want. They've won about,
Mate,
over
so
10
can we.
Champions
We are
Leagues,
rich.
right?
We're,
We've
don't
never
let
won the
Arsenal
Champions
lie
League,
to you. We are
so
rich.
we're not on that level.
We should be.
We
Arsenal
have
is a
more
big
money than
club.
Barcelona. You do realize that?
You
Yes.
We have more money
can't
than
get
Barca
like,
and Champions League football.
Arsenal, we
just
should be.
or someone
We
like
should
that.
be demanding more. We should be demanding more. And I do agree with him. We should be demanding more. We're a big club. And to go and watch an Arsenal game is so crazy. I was just telling someone today, listen, I didn't have the opportunity to go and watch the FA Cup because what happened is that last season it was part of our package when it comes to season ticket. This season it's been taken off, even the Champions League, and it's £77, right? And you can't be paying this kind of amount of money. People pay £400.
Arsenal have raised the prices. Do you know how much a Liverpool at home is in the upper tier? Do you know how much?
How much?
No, go on.
£137. Not even club level. £137. Liverpool at home. Premier League upper tier.
What?
Oh.
And Porto's going to be in the same price band.
No, Porto is £77.
Yeah, I saw that.
They just
Yeah,
took
but that it depends where you sit.
account.
You can sit lower tier, it'll be cheaper. You
No,
can
I
sit
see
behind
the
the goal,
upper
it'll be
tier.
cheaper. I'm talking
No, I
upper
see
tier
the
on the
upper tier.
wings. Upper tier on the wings.
No, right
£137.
behind in between the goal, it's like North Bank. Yeah. So £77 because they just took the money this morning. I saw that man at West.
Listen, guys, let's bring it back to Mikel Arteta. We all can agree he's probably not going to leave at this moment in time.
He's not.
He
runs
He's not going to
Arsenal
leave.
Football Club. He
He's
literally runs
not
Arsenal
done.
Football Club from top to bottom.
Yeah.
You lot do realise that he runs the club.
No,
Okay.
but even on top of that, he has not.
So
Literally,
with
he
that
hasn't.
being said, in a case where Xavi is sacked at the end of the season, could you see Mikel Arteta leaving to go to Barcelona?
No, he's got to do
No.
something with Arsenal.
Because he
He's got to
rejected
win
them
it.
already.
Wait. Let me
He'll
say
have to
something.
be
He's got
sacked.
to win. If he's not able to win the league or a trophy with Arsenal, there's no way. Listen, going to Barcelona, I'm talking about the people will be happy to have him over there. He's
Okay.
got to win something with Arsenal.
Now, let me stop everything again. If Mikel Arteta was to leave Arsenal right now, do you guys think he would not be successful at Barcelona?
Well,
No,
it depends.
He wouldn't be. He wouldn't be. Egal.
It's just not the
Egal,
right
you got to
culture,
realise,
I
yeah.
don't think.
Egal, you got to
Like, he
realise.
suits Arsenal.
Arteta couldn't even handle Aubameyang and Lacazette. How's he going to handle
Yeah.
the likes of Lewandowski?
Lewandowski is not a problem.
Mate, I'm talking big ballers. Yeah, he can't handle these players.
Yeah,
He can't handle this level of player.
No, but he has no disciplinary issues. There's nothing in Lewandowski's record that says he's a problem.
No.
That's kind of true.
And the thing is, that
Ozil
again,
was never a problem.
He's got no
Ozil-
disciplinary records because he
Who
doesn't
wasn't a
need to do
problem?
anything about it.
Ozil ain't a problem. Ozil wasn't really a problem.
But also was
and
at Real
you know
Madrid.
what,
Who's
on
going
top
to have a
of that-
problem on Real Madrid? You say anything to that hierarchy, you're fucking getting shot dead.
Mate,
What are you
I'm
going to
telling
say
you,
to them?
Arteta runs Arsenal Football Club from top to bottom. He's going nowhere.
Well, think about it. If
but-
any player steps to Florentino Perez, what do you think's going to happen? You're done in football. You're finished.
Yeah, long day.
You're banished. You're on the blacklist. You're not going to nothing. You are not getting anywhere.
Okay.
That
Guys,
guy runs football.
Simply put, we're going to end the Barcelona segment. I don't think Arteta's leaving,
You
but
are.
I think if Arteta did go to Barcelona, he'd be very successful based on the fact that with limited time at Arsenal, he was able to turn us around so quickly to win that FA Cup, and then he also showed that he could do a rebuild to get a team from where we were 8th.
Yeah, but we're spending a lot of money.
Egal. Let me put it to you.
Listen,
Yeah.
at Barcelona,
I hear you.
Barcelona,
Please
they
let
don't
me
need
flip
that
it.
much work.
Egal, I hear you, but please let me flip it for you, yeah? Arteta has had 4 years and nearly £1 billion, and he's won nothing. The only thing he won was with a team full of players. He had no say on, and one star player carried him to that trophy. Without that one star player, Aubameyang, without that one star player, Aubameyang, he does not win that trophy.
Bro,
he
he
doesn't.
spent 700 million. He spent 700 million, but
is he getting that at Barca?
Because
is
the
he
squad
getting anywhere near that at Barca? Barca are
He
in
doesn't need
financial
it.
problems.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
He has a midfield. He has an attack. He just needs to sort them out tactically.
Wait, Arteta has got the tactics to win, win anything with a team that costs 800 million.
You slap Arteta in.
Wait, can I say something?
You put Arteta in Bayern. You put Arteta in Real Madrid. You put Arteta in Spain.
No.
You put Arteta in PSG. Any club, any top club.
No. It's got to go there. Listen, it's got to go there and configure his system. Yeah, and it depends. Players might not be able to fit into what he's trying to configure.
He's not going anyways, but.
Well, it's not going anywhere.
Even if you want to make the argument of the players how they do, if you look at the profile breakdown of each player in that team, it is suited to Mikel Arteta.
Well, we don't know. We are just
we know what he wants to do. Look at the profile of players he's signing. Barcelona already have them.
The way Lewandowski as a lone striker, as a focal point striker, we don't play that. Let me tell you, Arteta's game at Arsenal is that quick movement and pacey football. And that's what we play. And that's the reason why Gabriel Jesus got to drop deep to allow Saka and Martinelli to go ahead of him. Yeah? So that's what we do. When we go to Barca, it's not going to be the same, though.
Okay, so you take Lewandowski out of the equation, you can put another player in. You can put Ferran Torres in there.
Oh, well, okay. Well, and again, when you're looking at the wing side, has he got a profile?
He's got Rafinha, who he wanted. And then he's got the players on the left.
But what happened to Rafinha? He's not even getting games.
He's been injured. He's had a hamstring injury. He's just come back from. He's not allowed to. He's been injured. You can't play someone on a hamstring injury. That's what I'm saying.
Many issues. He's not going to go. First of all, Arteta is not going anywhere. I don't think that he'll be going anywhere.
That's why I want him
to stay. Listen, he's got to do well.
My actual reality is I want him to leave to join a big club and then to see the reaction.
Oh, Arsenal is a big club. We're big club. What are you talking about, man? Arsenal, we're a big club.
No.
Listen, if he's not able to achieve,
we are a big club.
We've not been for a long time. We've not acted like one. We haven't been one for ages.
Uncomfortable conversations, people.
We're talking
we
about
want to be a big club. That's the reality.
We are a big club.
One second. Souls, are you saying Arsenal are currently not a big club?
They're a former big club, yes. They're a fallen giant.
A former big club. That's silly. We're a former great club. Yeah, we're still a big club. That doesn't change. We're not great. We're not great in the sense that we can't go to Anfield or Bernabeu or Etihad with the confidence we are going to win when we go there. We haven't got that aura. We haven't got a world class player. We've got a couple, but we're not. In terms of a great team, we're not a great team. We're still a big club. Like that. That's silly.
We're historically a big club. We're just not currently a big club.
Who's world class?
No, we still are. Listen.
Who's what?
One second. He said we have world-class players. Matt, what are you saying, bro? Arsenal have world-class players.
I'd say we have two world-class players.
No, we don't have anyone. We don't have anyone world-class player. We got the potential. They've got potential to be a world-class, but at the moment, no, not yet. And I just want to tell to
Thomas Partey, William Saliba.
No, I just want to tell what's his name? You know, last time that we played Liverpool, if you check BBC, the audience. 77 million of viewers, and that's to tell you something.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it does, because that's to tell you how Arsenal. Listen, hey, Liverpool, they were not playing it. I tell you what, if Liverpool were playing West Ham, I don't think that they'll have that number of views. Yeah, if Liverpool were playing other team,
we would have.
Listen, hey, regardless, when you look at anywhere in Africa, anywhere Asia, anywhere in America, Arsenal. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Arsenal. People want to go and watch it. So if we're not a big club, I don't think that people
that's a big
spend that type of energy. No, come on, man. If we're not a big club, so I'm sorry. What
about Arsenal Burnley? If we're such a big club, what's happened to Arsenal Burnley? Why not compare it to a team that?
Well, it's the same as Liverpool Burnley. How many people would like to go watch Burnley?
So when you're talking about two,
so Liverpool, are you telling me it's the same thing? City
they're
Burnley.
obviously going to attract attention.
No, but City,
How Classico attracts attention?
No,
because you're talking about two big
guys,
of course, they're going to have.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it
The
back.
two big teams are not going to attract attention. That's common
Let's
sense.
bring it back.
That's
It's pretty
beside
clear.
the point.
I think both you guys are somewhat agreeing with each other. It's just the wording is slightly different. But let's bring it back now. The main topic of today's video is what are we going to do this transfer window?
Nothing.
Will Arsenal do any
No, we're not gonna do
business
much.
this January window? Do you guys believe we'll do any business this January
Nope,
window?
we didn't do enough.
That is the
We
main-
haven't done enough in January. We didn't do enough last January, and we didn't do enough last summer. We never do enough. That's the issue. If we do get something this window, it'll be a striker or a midfielder. We need both, but we won't get both. So we are always, no matter honestly, we could get Mbappe this window. Yeah, we still need a midfielder, so we still haven't done enough technically. Yeah.
No. I would make the case that if we were able to get a talisman similar to Erling Haaland or a Mo Salah to help lead this line,
Mate.
that piece alone could mask over so much problems
Miguel,
that we would be good.
That's what Twitter and all of these social media platforms is persuading you to think we need. But the truth is that we were in a title race for the whole of last season with Gabriel Jesus up front for the most part and Eddie for 2 months. The actual missing part is a replacement for Thomas Partey when he's not fit. Because last season, we came second in the Premier League. We had Gabriel Jesus for the most part and Eddie for 2 months, and we were fine, other than the fact that we bottled it because we have weak mentalities and poor management.
No.
The actual thing we're missing is a player that can replace Thomas Partey because we have a
Dylan, you say that.
Dylan,
You say that with
No,
so
no.
much conviction.
I don't share your view. I don't share that your view. We did not. We just felt short. We just kind of, that's
No.
That's
We
what
need
I'm
a
saying.
striker. We need a
Not
striker. What
bottling.
I'm trying to say is the massive narrative that's being pushed out is Arsenal striker.
I know,
Final piece of the puzzle.
It's a
We
script.
need a
It's a
Thomas
script
Partey
that we're
replacement
reading.
for when he can't play. That's what's actually missing.
Yeah, that's
it's
why
true.
we need to sell
Can
Thomas Partey.
No, we don't need to sell it. We need to keep him fit or have
Don't listen to
someone.
One second, guys, calm down. 2 seconds. Let me land. This is my point. This season, our problem has not been the defense. This season, our problem has not been the midfield.
Yes, it has. Oh my God, it has.
Of course, it has been.
This season,
What you watching?
1 second.
It's been
This
defense.
season,
This
season, the games that we lost because we didn't have killers and we didn't have people. We didn't have people. We didn't have people of the level of a Mo Salah or Erling Haaland in our side that can lead this team through games that we struggle in.
All right,
Okay,
North London derby. North London derby at home. We're 2-1 up here. We've got kickoff. What happens? Tell me.
Jorginho
No,
makes
Dylan, no, you've gone too far.
Crap.
Let
He's
me
rubbish.
just say something.
Havertz is rubbish. El Neni is not of the standard, and the manager doesn't trust him. We need a Thomas Partey replacement, but when he's not fit, or Partey has to be fit. Otherwise, this team is in freefall. We need a Partey replacement or Partey. Simple. The striker,
can I say something?
But we need a midfielder more. But people don't want to talk about that because people want a flashy striker.
Sure. Can I say something?
Yeah, go on. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah.
But Dylan, you know what you got? Obviously we need a transformational player, but you don't get that for January transfer. It takes. You know what? The last one I can kind of remember was what's his name? The Liverpool defender Van Dijk. Yeah, that was the last one I remember. Yeah, so literally, is Arsenal going to be involved into transfer market? They might do that, but it would just be like a Trossard type. Yeah, where we kind of get a player just to complement the squad or the team. Yeah. Now coming back to the point Dylan was making, fantastic point, right? Listen, the game against West Ham in the beginning of the season, the way Arteta's trying to beat our solidity, the defense, I think that game we wouldn't have lost, even though if we were not able to score. But at least, why not able to score? But why are we losing game? So the defense now is a problematic, and Arteta got to fix that. In the middle of the park, our transition has been slow, and that's what Dylan was talking about. Very slow, and again too problematic. And people having a go at Saka and Martinelli before the ball gets to them, people have already closing the spaces. Arteta got to fix that one up, and Thomas Partey is the one that we need to resolve that. He is able to set up the tempo for the game. He is able to set up to control the game.
He's our best player.
And if you don't have him, then get a replacement, someone who kind of got those attributes, right?
But we
I'm not
don't.
taking anything away from Declan Rice, but he hasn't got those achievements yet. Yeah. The only person that sometimes I feel like, he's got that a little bit is Jorginho. Yeah. But he can only control the tempo. And when Dylan was talking about the Spurs game, yes, Spurs game with Declan Rice, first half, he was nowhere. Second half, with the introduction of Jorginho, that's when we start pushing the passes. Forget about Jorginho made
And
that
then he messed the
mistake.
game up.
Yeah, he made a mistake, but it's human, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
of course, I
So-
fully understand that, yeah. But Thomas Partey is also human, and Partey in that midfield gives us something else. I understand Thomas Partey can't stay fit. I fully understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that while all we're hearing on social media is we need a striker,
I know.
we need a striker.
Don't listen to them, man.
Someone.
Don't listen to them. It's just a script.
I know it's a script, but I do understand.
It's not about we need a striker.
No,
we
we
need
do need a striker. We do need a striker. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is we need a midfielder more. We do. It's fact.
Yes.
We came second. We came second in the league last season, yeah, only due to the fact that we completely bottled it because we got a load of weak-minded, spineless players who were young because we chose to build a young team.
Not really.
We chose to build a young
coach?
team, yeah.
But what about the coach?
He chose to build a young team, and it ended up costing us in the end, yeah. So we had the quality to eventually get over the line, but what we didn't have is the actual bottle. This season, what's changed is we don't have Thomas Partey because we've got the same striker we had last season. We came second. What we didn't have this season, all season, is Thomas Partey. Without him, we are nothing. We are literally nothing. So what I'm saying is I understand he's never fit, but get a replacement. We need a replacement for him.
Yeah.
A replacement for him, a like for like, is what we need the most.
Okay. Now, Matt, what are you saying? What do you think?
Well, I want to see us sign Zubimendi because I feel
Who is that?
slot him perfectly.
The Spanish one.
No, you can't say that, man. Come on, that's just disrespectful.
What do you mean?
To watch him, innit? Do you watch him? Do you watch?
Bro, I was promised. Get Champions League football, and we can attract world class players. All I've seen since is Kai Havertz, bloody. Like the best we've got is Declan. That all we've got is Declan Rice. We've signed.
Yeah, but the same people said that about Rodri before. He absolutely came in and absolutely dominated the Premier League.
The club.
People, who's Rodri? Who's this?
Would you like us to
Second
sign
to party.
as that midfield?
Right.
The club will lie to us forever until we call it out. They'll lie. They'll just keep lying.
So, Sols, who would you?
I think the club, Dylan. No, the club is not telling lies, but they're looking to how best they can bring in players.
They're looking at the best way they can save money and shut the fans up. The best way they can save money and shut the fans up.
No, I'm not too sure that I'm not too sure that that's what they're trying to do.
Okay. You've shut down the Zubi. Okay, so who are you bringing in?
No, I mean if that's the best option, why not?
Tchouaméni, one of these. Real Madrid have got about 6 midfielders on the books. One of them. Get one of them.
Yeah, but they're not willing to.
But why would they go from Real Madrid to Arsenal?
Because maybe they'll get
Real Madrid sell.
Real Madrid in that midfield. They've got Modric, Kroos. They've got Camavinga who's shifted into left back every now and then. They got Tchouaméni. They got Bellingham. How many midfielders have they got? They can't.
Modric and Kroos
or whatnot.
Yeah, they're pretty much out the door. Tchouaméni knows next season is.
Huh?
Modric and Kroos are leaving this year. It's a rotation right now of Valverde,
Valverde as well.
Jude Bellingham. What do you call it? Camavinga.
Too many too, yeah.
They're literally rotating them 5.
There's one name, but who's your next name?
Midfielders out there, yeah. There's obviously midfielders out there, but the standard of the players we're linked to, like I'm saying, this Onana guy, Everton. By the way.
Okay, so Tchouaméni, who else? You must have two or three.
That Onana guy, that guy is.
Onana's not world class.
He's awful. No, he's awful. I watched him the other day.
All right, forget Onana then. But who would you say? Who would you try and sign?
This is the guy that people have been banging on about.
Let's say you're advising the club. Who are you saying to the club to sign? There must be a name.
My job is not to sign players. I'm just saying.
Here we go. So
no, but I'm not.
Who would you sign though?
So you're willing to just dismiss players because you have no idea who they are.
No. While I'm going to call out the club on lying, I'm also not going to pretend that I'm a top chief scout and I know the best player to fit this team. We need someone who can identify the best player to fit this team. All I know is that we will probably world-class, but we will attract.
So the club is saying Zubimendi, but rather than like looking into him, you're just making a baseless claim that he's shit. Why are we not
I
linked to
never said he's
world-class
shit. I'm
players?
just saying we were promised
All right, so he's
world-class
not a
players.
world-class player, or he's not this, he's not going to elevate us. Okay, so he's not going to elevate us, he's not going to do anything. We're linked to, like, all these non-world.
No, but that's his own view. Wait.
You can't just dismiss players that the club have
No. He's saying
professionals have identified as a potential.
Can I come in? Can I say something?
When we signed Declan Rice, we knew we are guaranteed we've got a quality midfielder. Zubimendi is another maybe.
Well, he's a Premier League player. A lot of Premier League don't watch beyond the Premier League. So how do you know Zubimendi
isn't what?
Isn't the player you think he could be, like this world class?
He's another one of these funky names that all the Arsenal fans on social media.
How do you know that? So where's your evidence for this?
Well, where's your evidence that he's good?
I've watched him play, and I've seen him.
No, he's not bad. Zubimendi is not bad. It's not bad.
Wait. My heritage doesn't come from the Premier League. That's not the first league I watch. I watched La Liga before I watched the Premier League.
Right.
Can I say something? Do you know what we're talking about? The talent ID and the good profile. So Zubimendi is not bad. He's okay.
I'm sure he's a good player.
Yeah, of course. So it's up to Arsenal to kind of scout him and see if he can fit into what Arteta trying to achieve or what Arteta trying to configure as a system, then that's fine. Why not?
It was also up to Arsenal to scout Lokonga. It was also up to Arsenal to scout Fabio Vieira. It was also up to Arsenal to scout Nuno Tavares.
I know, but those are the risks.
Guys, we've kind of gone on a tangent. We've kind of gone on a tangent. You guys don't trust the club to make any signings in January. Nobody.
I trust the club to. No, I trust them to make at least one or two players, just in case.
What player?
Well, it depends.
Defender, midfielder.
I think they'll be looking for a defender. I think so. Yeah, they're looking for a defender.
Let's be real. They're not doing any business in January. Like we can all accept that reality.
No, we don't know.
Bench you sit on,
we are just speculating.
No, we're not doing nothing. I can tell you that guaranteed. There's nothing coming in.
They're doing stuff. They're doing stuff. They're doing stuff. They'll get a defender. They're doing stuff. They're getting a defender.
Well, what the fuck are we going to do with the defender? What's he going to score?
Why not? Why not? No, it's not about. Listen, we've been listen. If we are not able to score,
conceding like silly amount of goals.
1 second, guys.
We shouldn't be conceding.
News. Arsenal are set to confirm their first January transfer soon. It's a £30 million deal that has been agreed.
Yeah, it's the David Raya permanent.
Yeah, we don't care about that. Give that up. I don't care. But
it's the David Raya permanent, isn't it?
Yeah, good for him. I don't give a shit. But yeah, like saying on the topic.
You don't like David Raya, do you?
I don't care. Like we know he's joining. We don't care. We know this is a pre-gone conclusion.
He's rubbish.
Yeah, what's he done? But anyways, that's a pre-gone conclusion. We know Raya's coming.
Well,
anyway.
you could put that one on Arteta,
It's
though.
not breaking news.
Put that one on
I can
Arteta.
tell you. I could have told you this 2 months ago. He's going to sign for Arsenal. I don't care.
Yeah, you can put that one on Arteta, man. He's the one, man. If anything happens, we can have a situation. If we will not be able to cross the line, then obviously he'll get the whole issues, man. Just fix it up. So
firstly, the man can't save a bond door. The guy is crap. But forget who deserves the chance. My point is, right, a defender right now isn't going to do anything. If they sign a defender, I'll be
we need a defender. We do. Listen, forget about that scripting. That script that people writing.
Let's actually not be around the bush here. Let's not be around the bush here, yeah? He's spot on. We actually do need a centre-back that can cover if Saliba or Gabriel gets injured, as we saw last season. We actually do need a right...
We know they're not going to do 3 positions, and let's be real.
We do need a... Man City, you've got about 5 top centre-backs here.
No. I'm saying we're not going to buy 3 positions. We're not going to get a centre-back, a midfield. So what's the priority? We need a striker or a midfielder more than we need a defender.
What I'm trying to say is, in general, we do need a centre-back. We actually do need probably another right-back. We do need a left-back. We do need another midfielder. We actually do need another top attacker. We do need another top winger. Like, we actually need a lot. So if we get...
I'm talking, what can we do? In January, there's no point signing a defender.
We only got 2 weeks more, and 2 weeks left, isn't it?
Guys, let me change the question to make it more suitable so everyone can give me a direct answer. What position would you rather sign this January if you had to sign one player for one position?
Do you want me to go first or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go with a defender, man. Defender, that's on it. I mean, literally, I might go for midfield, but defender for me.
For me,
versatile.
Honestly, for me at this point, it's like we can get. The problem is right now in the middle of the park, we're left empty because we've got a guy in midfield who's 6'3", and all he does is drift into empty spaces where no one comes near him because he's not technically good enough to work out of tight spaces like Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
So he just stands in empty spaces, gets the ball, and passes it to the nearest person to him to get his pass completion rate up and wins the occasional header because he happens to be 6'3". He is useless. We play that guy in midfield, and people think the problem is that we're not scoring enough goals. We're not scoring enough goals because the ball is not getting. People think chances. They look at the stats, they look at the XG, they look at the amount of shots we've had. At the end of the day, the midfield is empty. It's got Declan Rice working his socks off, doing a madness every game. Odegaard getting the ball, some weeks ghosting, some weeks receiving it and doing all right. There should be another player in there, but there isn't. There's Kai Havertz drifting into space, doing genuinely what I could do. Standing there, receiving the ball, and knocking it to the nearest person to you. That's genuinely what he's doing. We need a midfielder more than we need a striker, I promise. But people want the flashy new toy that's going to give us goals. I hear that. But at the end of the day, I also want to add, even if we do get a striker this window, it's not going to be one good. It's not going to be anyone that costs more than 60, 70 million, promise. And if it's not going to be anyone that costs more than 60, 70 million, it's going to be that useless guy from La Liga. It's going to be that 17-year-old from Fiorentina or whatever Italian club it comes up. It's going to be one of them, and it's going to be, oh, here we go. It's not going to be anyone useful anyway. So I'd rather, because midfielders do and will traditionally cost less than a top striker because they're not offering the goals. I'd rather us just go for a midfielder, get solid in midfield, because I know at least our attack will normally...
What midfielder?
But this is not my job. My job is not to scout the midfielders.
Just throw out a name.
That's not my job. A player of Thomas Partey's profile. Find one. That's your job. Arsenal Football Club, that's your job. If Brighton can do it, if Brighton can find these kids on a weekly...
So what are we having a conversation? You're just going to say, just sign this, and that's it. That's your conversation. Okay, so your conversation's done. We just need a midfielder. Okay, cool.
We sacked Sven Mislintat, who found us Lucas Torreira, who was actually a good player, but didn't work out due to personal reasons, yeah? He found us Lucas Torreira. He persuaded Aubameyang to come to Arsenal. We sacked that guy, yeah? So... over to you, Arsenal. I'm assuming you have the scouts to go and find us better. We got Fabio Vieira, Tavares, and Lokonga. But anyway, like, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Man City's made mistakes.
But do you realise the players
every club makes mistakes in signing?
That's part of the business, man. It's a risk, man. You have to take them, and sometimes it goes there, sometimes it goes.
In terms of talent ID, Arteta's got to be one of the worst out there. In terms of straight talent ID, the only actual good ones I can think of, talent ID wise, is he's found Ben White, who's actually turned out to be decent. I'm talking talent IDs, not players like Declan Rice.
I mean, his squad came second, so it must be really shit. It must be really shit.
No, talent ID is not a player who is Declan Rice. You know what he's going to do. Talent ID is a player like Lokonga, who obviously didn't turn out to be good. If he turns out to be good, that's talent ID.
Yeah, but you said you don't want talent ID. You want established world-class players. So forget talent ID.
Tomiyasu and Ben White are the best, and they're two right backs. That's the best he's got in terms of talent ID.
All right, but Gabriel Magalhaes is as well.
Gabriel Magalhaes, I'll add him. I'll add him in. That's fair enough. That's it.
Fantastic player, man. Yeah.
Okay.
But guess what?
Let me just
shift
gears to Crystal
Palace. That's not talent ID. It was a
1 second, guys. Let me just shift gears. Let me just shift gears to Crystal Palace on Saturday. Some players coming back from fitness. Would you risk playing any of these guys like Zinchenko, Gabriel, Jesus?
God. Jesus is fit to play, I'm pretty sure. So I would play Jesus. I wouldn't play Zinchenko because I've not seen him in training much. And he's still apparently a doubt. So I wouldn't throw him in. I'd probably keep him on the bench at best. And I'd probably...
You're playing KB or left back?
No. I'd go get Real Walter to play Ludo Sousa. That's what I would do personally.
I'd just play an academy player because
no. But if Zenit, no. Listen, if Zenit, if the medical team they're happy for Zenit to play, why?
Yeah, this Arsenal's medical team is shit. They don't tell you that fit even.
How do you know this? That's the thing. Listen, let's be careful with our words. How do you know? The thing is that if it's
the record for Arsenal, there's so many players who come with no injuries.
If the coach,
join Arsenal, they're injured.
Listen, if the coach is happy for him to start, I'll start him.
Bro, they're happy if they're minor knocks.
Kivio, we've seen it. Kivio is not a left back. He's a centre back.
I'm starting Waters at left back. I am.
I can't remember where they said it, but someone said on the podcast, Ben White is one of the toughest players at Arsenal. He constantly plays with injury. I can't remember who said it on a podcast, but he said he can't believe it. He went to Newcastle away that season with a hamstring injury. He played. Ben White constantly plays through injury and blah, 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 blah. He's a really tough guy. Arteta's clearly not afraid to play injured players. Yeah, I just want to get that out there before we talk about trust.
But he also says that because Saka's carrying a knock and he plays next year. It's like
trusting the manager to know who's fit and who's not. At the end of the day, the manager's going to play whoever's got half a leg and can offer him what they can offer him. Like
I'll give you another example. Northern Derby. Thomas Partey was injured, comes off the pitch, and the guy goes, "Get on the pitch," picks him up and throws him on the pitch. So like,
yeah, I know.
You can't trust the manager to be like, all right, he's fit enough, right? Okay, yeah, let's play.
To be fair,
what I really want, right, is look at Oscar Bob, right? Granted, he's 20 years old. Okay, he's had a few minutes here and there. Biggest moment of Man City's season, a defining moment in their season. 2-2 to Newcastle. Guess who they bring on? Oscar Bob. Guess who wins them that game? Oscar Bob. Trust your academy. Trust that this whole restructure that we've heard about Per Mertesacker and his mastermind in this youth academy and how he's been able to
know these players out, the bench,
direction that he's showing. Trust them. You don't just take
them. Even you've gone too far. Even the bench.
Players that are,
forget you've gone too far. 15
years old.
Wait, you've gone too far. Even the bench, he's got to trust them. You got to listen. The game against Liverpool.
Okay, so his bench is really like you can play
the game against Liverpool. The game against Liverpool, we were losing, right? Trossard was still on the bench. Nketiah was still on the bench. We were losing. That's a knockout game. So just bring them on. 20 minutes before that, he waited. He's got to trust them. Smith was on the bench. Just bring them on. What's the point? Because at the end of the day, we were losing. Just bring them on. And if we win it,
Liverpool
fantastic.
won the game by bringing two youth
kept them on. He kept them on till 8 minutes to the end before introducing them. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? He's got to trust them. And again to the academy players. I don't know what's happening with him.
But possibly Arteta doesn't trust the youth players. He doesn't. As much as people
because he just feel like
about the youth project, and Tom Canton wants to write stupid articles that are 7,000 words long saying Arteta's actually done this with the youth, when realistically all he's done is give Ethan Nwaneri 10 seconds because it boosts his own ego, so he can say, "Oh, I played the youngest player in Premier League history." That's all he's really done in terms of promoting youth players.
Big up Tom.
It's just Ethan Nwaneri that you remember.
But you don't
remember Arteta.
But he's done a good thing though. No, Dila, he's done a good thing. You can't dismiss that. He's done some good things here.
It's lies. It's straight lies. We like. There's no how many thousand words that can tell me Arsenal have promoted Arteta.
What the hell? No talking your bullshit about me.
Listen,
unfortunately, I just want to counter what he said, right? In that he's comparing Oscar Bob, who's 20 years old, by the way, and plays for his national team at senior level, right? To Ethan Nwaneri, who's just turned 16, who plays for England under 17s and plays for our youth, right?
No one's comparing.
You can't be trusted a 16-year-old.
My point
to a 20-year-old. It's just
point is this. The point wasn't even to do with Ethan Nwaneri. I know,
they
look all that up. But my actual original point was this: the fact that they had one of the most pressurized situations.
Man City. My thing bugged. What was I saying?
Yeah, Man City need to turn their season around, and it's 2-2 Newcastle, right? Yeah,
it's just lies, isn't it? We've got, and that was just an example. There's plenty of fans in the fan base who gas up Arteta to be this massive youth promoter, when at the end of the day, he's only given Balogun a start in the Europa League because we were down to our bare bones, and Ethan Nwaneri 15 seconds against Brentford to be able to say, I played the youngest player in Premier history. That's the only reason he got minutes. The only reason. And he's not played a minute since. And I went in the freezing cold on the 17th of December last year to watch that crap friendly against Juventus at the Emirates Stadium before, just the day before the World Cup final. Ethan Nwaneri came on and genuinely looked like the best midfielder on the pitch in that game. And he came on against Juventus and has not had a minute of first team football since. Not against PSV. Yeah. We've had Ruel Walters on the bench for months in right back.
Even Segway. Is that Segway? There's another
fullback crisis. We've had Ruel Walters on the bench for months. He's given none of them a chance, but still fans will sit online and say Arteta's this, that for amazing at you promoting youth players. He's not. He does not give any of them a chance.
Can I just say something on that really quickly, right? Go on. That 16-year-old that plays for Barcelona,
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, he's having the disciplinary issues at the moment because
No, that's
he's
bullshit.
got too far big of an ego.
No, he doesn't.
Because he's been playing for
That's
Barcelona's
a lie.
first team.
That's a
He's
lie.
literally a starter at the age of 16, right? He's going to have a massive ego, right?
But he
Good.
doesn't. That's been debunked.
Good.
Yo,
I
but guys-
want egos. What? But people, right? Oh
Why
my
do you
god.
want egos?
Modern football's so brainwashed. Oh my god. We need egos. We need players who in big games.
talking- no,
who in
you're
big games.
talking-
No,
Look at Man
hear me out,
United. Look
hear
at
me out,
Man
hear me out.
United. They've got a whole team of egos. Look
Yo,
how
guys,
No, Man United have got a whole team of egos. No.
You don't
Man
get
United,
it.
hear me out. No,
When
please
you-
hear me out on this. Man United haven't got a whole team of egos. They've got a whole team of shit. Yeah, ego is when
No,
you say,
no,
give
no,
me the
no.
ball.
They're not
Ego,
shit.
no.
Can't say
Ego,
Rashford's
hear
shit,
me out.
bro.
Ego, yes, he is. Ego is give me the ball. I will win the game. We do not have anyone. We've got a load of guys who are like, well, I've got the ball. I'll give it to you in front of goal. You might score. I'll pass to you though to be unselfish. Give me the ball. Let me score. Vinicius Junior
Bro,
scored a hat trick
last
in the
season,
cup final
right,
2
I
days
bet
ago.
you
He scored a
wanted
hat trick
Rashford
in
at Man
45 minutes in the
at
cup final
Arsenal.
2 days ago.
I wanted
no
Rashford.
egos.
But despite the
Same.
point,
I
no,
don't.
Matt, you're forgetting a crucial thing, right? When you talk about some of the best, like you're talking in Premier League football, you're talking about the elites of humans. You're talking about elites of athletes, right? You need to have an ego. You have to have an ego
Yeah, no, of course,
to
of course, of
perform
course.
at that
But
level.
not at the
If
age
you
of
don't have an
16.
doesn't matter what age you are. If you've got the balls, right, to go sit there and go, give me that fucking ball, I'm gonna win this game for us.
Exactly.
Yo, I want 11. Give me 50 of those players.
That's
I
a
don't,
different
I don't,
Yeah,
I do not
yeah,
need.
you
I do
won
not
that,
I'm
you
need
won
talking
that.
about
players
ego
who are
as
gonna
in
tip
It's
it
got to
away.
be, yeah,
All
that,
right, guys, I'm sorry.
strong
I
in that.
unfortunately have to wrap the show up because I got another show and we've just gone over time. But Matt, big up to you for jumping on. Dylan, big up to you for jumping on. Belgium, Souls. I guess we got to do it again next week. We've gone over an hour, so hour 10 minutes actually. But yeah,
can I just break some news? So
What happened?
apparently, it's an exclusive from India Akalia News. He said Arsenal have made contact with Newcastle United this afternoon regarding Alexander Isak. Arsenal want to sign the player ideally this month.
can you send me the link?
Yeah.
I'll do anything.
These people.
Check private
You
chat.
see,
Give me Bruno Gomares, Botman, and Isaac, and oh my god,
Check
Arteta
private
can
chat.
statue.
yeah, Gimares. I like him though, even
Bro,
though
you're
he's
cuckoo
he
lad.
can be silly,
You're
but he can
cuckoo
be
lad if you
silly.
think we're gonna get any of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We're not.
We're not signing
We're not.
anyone, man.
I know that. I know that.
I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't care how exclusive.
Before
this is
people start
bullshit.
chasing his car number plate, because I remember was it 2 seasons ago, people were picking up nonsense numbers and it's cut somewhere, it's good to sign. Arsenal fans, man, sometimes, man, I'm thinking, stop being so
It's fake
confused,
news,
man.
He's just shouting bullshit.
It is probably fake news.
He sees no one interactions. He's like, "Oh, let me rile the Arsenal fans up." That's all it is, man.
Yeah, impossible.
Oh, they need a striker. Oh, Isak. Oh, look
Yeah.
at you guys. We're
Yo,
signing Isak.
I'm gonna
Yay.
have to wrap it up though. Big up everybody. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I don't think that's real news, bro. I think that guy's just whoever made that. He's probably like another. He's probably like another Steve from Football Transfers. But I'll catch you guys on the next show. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't go absolutely anywhere. We're going on Never File right after this. And catch you guys on the next stream. Big up all you guys who jumped on also. I'll catch you guys on the next one also.